Welcome to the Discourse Analyzer AI Toolkit, where articles come alive. You're listening to the audio version of our article. For the full text and an interactive experience, check out the link in the description below. Interact with any selection using our AI assistant to enhance your understanding. Let's explore.
Societal norms in discourse analysis. Societal norms in discourse analysis refer to the unwritten rules and expectations that govern behavior and communication within a particular society or community. These norms are socially constructed and maintained through discourse, how people talk, write, and communicate with each other. Discourse analysis examines how societal norms are reinforced, challenged, or changed through language, and how they influence what is considered acceptable or unacceptable behavior in different contexts. 1. Key concepts of societal norms in discourse analysis. Norm construction. Norm construction involves the process by which certain behaviors, values, and beliefs are established as norms within a society. This process is largely driven by discourse, where repeated patterns of communication reinforce what is deemed normal or appropriate. Example: the norm of punctuality in professional settings is constructed through various discourses that emphasize the importance of being on time, such as workplace policies, job interviews, and training programs. Phrases like, "time is money," or "being late is unprofessional," contribute to this norm. Norm reinforcement. Norm reinforcement occurs when societal norms are repeatedly validated through discourse, making them more ingrained in society. This can happen through media, education, family upbringing, and other social institutions that perpetuate certain ways of thinking and behaving. Example: the norm that men should not show vulnerability is often reinforced through media and cultural narratives. Movies, TV shows, and even casual conversations might depict men who express emotions as weak or unmanly, thus reinforcing the idea that men should be stoic. Norm contestation. Norm contestation involves challenging existing societal norms through discourse. This can lead to shifts in what is considered acceptable or desirable behavior, often resulting in social change. Example: the norm that women should be primarily responsible for domestic work has been contested through feminist discourse. Campaigns, literature, and public discussions advocating for gender equality in household responsibilities have challenged this norm, leading to more shared domestic roles in many societies. Norm internalization. Norm internalization refers to the process by which individuals come to accept and adhere to societal norms as part of their own belief system. This internalization is facilitated by discourse, which provides the language and concepts through which norms are understood and adopted. Example: the norm of individualism in Western societies is internalized through discourse that emphasizes personal responsibility, independence, and self-reliance. Phrases like, "stand on your own 2 feet," or "pull yourself up by your bootstraps," reflect and reinforce this norm, shaping how individuals see themselves and others. Point 2. Examples of societal norms in discourse analysis. Example 1. Gender norms in language. Gender norms are a clear example of societal norms that are constructed, reinforced, and sometimes contested through discourse. The way language is used can reflect and perpetuate traditional gender roles. Example: the use of gendered language in job advertisements, such as describing a position as requiring a strong candidate, implying physical strength, or a nurturing individual, implying caregiving qualities, reinforces traditional gender roles. This can influence who applies for these jobs and how they perceive their suitability for the role. Contestation. The use of gender-neutral language, such as firefighter instead of fireman, or chairperson instead of chairman, is an example of how discourse can challenge traditional gender norms and promote inclusivity. Example 2. Norms around politeness. Norms around politeness and etiquette are deeply embedded in language and vary significantly across cultures. These norms dictate what is considered respectful or rude in communication. Example: in many cultures, using formal titles and last names when addressing someone, e.g., Mr. Smith, or Dr. Johnson, is a norm that conveys respect. Discourse that adheres to these norms reinforces hierarchical relationships and social etiquette. Contestation. In more informal or egalitarian settings, the norm of using first names even in professional contexts, e.g., "Hi, John," instead of "Hello, Mr. Smith," is becoming more common, reflecting a shift in societal norms towards less formality. Example 3. Norms around success and achievement. Societal norms around success and achievement are often constructed through discourse that emphasizes certain values and behaviors as pathways to success. Example: the discourse of the American dream promotes the norm that success is achieved through hard work, perseverance, and individual effort. This norm is reinforced through motivational speeches, self-help books, and media portrayals of successful individuals who have made it through their own determination. Contestation. Critiques of the American dream narrative, which highlight systemic inequalities and the role of privilege in achieving success, challenge this norm by introducing alternative discourses that emphasize collective action, social justice, and the need for structural change. Example 4. Norms around health and body image. Norms around health and body image are constructed and perpetuated through discourse in media, advertising, and everyday conversations. Example: the norm that thinness is associated with beauty and health is reinforced through media discourse that promotes dieting, exercise, and the portrayal of thin bodies as ideal. Phrases like, "You look great," "Have you lost weight?" reinforce this norm by equating thinness with positive attributes. Contestation. The body positivity movement challenges this norm by promoting discourses that celebrate diverse body types and criticize the narrow standards of beauty perpetuated by mainstream media. Terms like body acceptance and health at every size reflect this shift in discourse. Point 3. Importance of societal norms in discourse analysis. Shaping behavior and expectations. Societal norms play a critical role in shaping behavior and expectations within a community or society. By analyzing the discourse that constructs and reinforces these norms, discourse analysts can better understand how language influences social behavior and interactions. Reflecting power and control. Norms often reflect power dynamics within a society. Those who control dominant discourses can influence societal norms to maintain their power and privilege. Discourse analysis helps to uncover these dynamics and reveals how norms can serve the interests of particular groups while marginalizing others. Promoting social change. Understanding how societal norms are constructed through discourse opens the possibility for challenging and changing these norms. Activists, educators, and policymakers can use discourse strategically to promote new norms that align with desired social changes, such as greater equality, inclusivity, or sustainability. Conclusion. Societal norms in discourse analysis refer to the socially constructed rules and expectations that guide behavior and communication within a society. These norms are constructed, reinforced, contested, and internalized through language and discourse. By analyzing the ways in which discourse shapes societal norms, such as those around gender, politeness, success, and body image, discourse analysts can uncover the underlying power dynamics and social processes that influence how people think, behave, and interact. Recognizing the role of discourse in constructing societal norms also opens up opportunities for challenging and reshaping these norms to promote social change and more equitable societies. Frequently asked questions. What are societal norms in the context of discourse analysis? Societal norms in discourse analysis refer to the unwritten rules and expectations that guide behavior and communication within a society. These norms are socially constructed and maintained through discourse, how people talk, write, and communicate. Discourse analysis examines how these norms are reinforced, challenged, or changed through language, influencing what is considered acceptable or unacceptable in different contexts. How are societal norms constructed through discourse? Societal norms are constructed through repeated patterns of communication that reinforce certain behaviors, values, and beliefs as normal or appropriate. For example, workplace discourse that emphasizes the importance of punctuality helps construct the norm that being on time is a valued behavior. Phrases like, "time is money," contribute to this norm by embedding the expectation of punctuality into everyday language. What is norm reinforcement, and how does it occur in discourse? Norm reinforcement occurs when societal norms are repeatedly validated through discourse, making them more ingrained in society. This can happen through media, education, family upbringing, and other social institutions that perpetuate specific ways of thinking and behaving. For instance, media that consistently portrays men as stoic and unemotional reinforces the norm that men should not show vulnerability. Can societal norms be challenged through discourse? Yes, societal norms can be challenged through discourse, a process known as norm contestation. This involves using language and communication to question or reject existing norms, potentially leading to social change. For example, feminist discourse has challenged the traditional norm that women should be responsible for domestic work, advocating for more equitable sharing of household responsibilities. What is norm internalization, and how is it facilitated by discourse? Norm internalization refers to the process by which individuals accept and adhere to societal norms as part of their own belief system. Discourse facilitates this internalization by providing the language and concepts through which norms are understood and adopted. For example, the norm of individualism in Western societies is internalized through discourse that emphasizes personal responsibility and self-reliance, such as sayings like, "Stand on your own 2 feet." How does discourse analysis reveal power dynamics in societal norms? Discourse analysis can uncover power dynamics by examining how societal norms are constructed and reinforced in ways that reflect the interests of powerful groups. Those who control dominant discourses, such as media outlets or political leaders, can shape societal norms to maintain their power and privilege. By analyzing these discourses, researchers can reveal how certain norms serve the interests of specific groups while marginalizing others. Can you provide an example of how gender norms are constructed through language? Gender norms are constructed through language in various ways, such as through job advertisements that use gendered language. For instance, describing a position as requiring a strong candidate or a nurturing individual reinforces traditional gender roles by implying that men are suited for physically demanding jobs and women for caregiving roles. This use of language influences who applies for these jobs and how individuals perceive their suitability. How do norms around politeness vary across cultures? Norms around politeness vary significantly across cultures and are deeply embedded in language. In some cultures, using formal titles and last names when addressing someone is a norm that conveys respect and reinforces hierarchical relationships. In contrast, other cultures may emphasize informality, where using first names in professional contexts is common and reflects more egalitarian values. How does discourse shape societal norms around success and achievement? Discourse shapes societal norms around success and achievement by emphasizing specific values and behaviors as pathways to success. For example, the discourse of the American dream promotes the norm that success is achieved through hard work and individual effort. This narrative is reinforced through motivational speeches, media portrayals, and self-help literature, influencing how people perceive success and what behaviors they prioritize. Can you explain how norms around body image are constructed and contested? Norms around body image are constructed through media, advertising, and everyday conversations that promote certain body types as ideal. For example, the norm that thinness is associated with beauty is reinforced by media that glorifies thin bodies and encourages dieting. This norm is contested by movements like body positivity, which challenge narrow standards of beauty and promote acceptance of diverse body types, using discourse to shift societal attitudes. How do societal norms influence behavior and expectations? Societal norms play a critical role in shaping behavior and expectations by defining what is considered acceptable or unacceptable within a community. These norms guide how people interact, what they strive for, and how they perceive others. For instance, norms around politeness dictate how individuals should address one another in different social settings, influencing how respect and hierarchy are communicated. What role does discourse play in promoting social change regarding societal norms? Discourse plays a crucial role in promoting social change by challenging and reshaping societal norms. Activists, educators, and policymakers can use language strategically to introduce new norms that align with desired social changes, such as greater equality or inclusivity. By shifting public discourse, these efforts can lead to changes in behavior, attitudes, and social structures. How can discourse analysis help in understanding societal norms in specific communities? Discourse analysis helps in understanding societal norms by examining how language is used within specific communities to construct, reinforce, or challenge these norms. By analyzing conversations, media content, institutional communications, and other forms of discourse, researchers can uncover the unwritten rules and expectations that govern behavior in a particular community, as well as the power dynamics that influence these norms. Can societal norms be both positive and negative? Yes, societal norms can have both positive and negative effects. Positive norms promote social cohesion, cooperation, and shared values, such as norms around helping others in need. However, norms can also be restrictive or harmful, such as those that enforce gender stereotypes or perpetuate social inequalities. Discourse analysis can help identify and critique norms that contribute to social harm while promoting those that support well-being and equality. What is the significance of societal norms in maintaining social order? Societal norms are significant in maintaining social order because they provide a framework for expected behavior, helping to regulate interactions and reduce uncertainty in social life. By establishing clear expectations for how individuals should behave in various situations, norms contribute to social stability and cohesion. However, when norms are too rigid or unjust, they can also stifle individual expression and perpetuate inequality, which is why analyzing and sometimes challenging these norms is important.